fair to myself and what I've accomplished so far. So a year and a half ago, that's what it took. A year and a half later, 10 to 20,000 a month. 90% of that's from the internet. So here's how the money actually comes in using this machine that I'm talking about. And so we do these things that we call launches. You probably have experienced one of these, probably why you're watching this video is because you actually saw us do a launch and open up a registration for Master Coach Council or something else. And this is the 2009 launch revenue. This is the first full year that I was actually really seriously marketing services on the internet. So we did the Quick Start Coaching Code launch last year, and we did about $2,800 in revenue, and we got 22 people into that particular program. The next launch I've got on this little list is the DVD launch, and that was $5,800 in revenue, and we had 10 people buy the DVDs. Next launch I'll share is the Coaches Training launch, and we did $28,000 in revenue, and we had 21 people in the coaches training that time around. And guess what? We did 2 coaches trainings in 2009, so we also did another $26,000 launch. That's the revenue number that we hit, and we had 23 people in that particular coaches training. So, you know, when you add it all up, just launch revenues, this was pretty much on the internet, amounted to over $57,000 in somewhat passive and all over pretty much over the internet revenue. Now here's a little bit more, because I didn't just do launches last year. We also, in a coaching company, you also have what's called continuity income. And continuity programs are monthly payment type of programs. Most coaching programs are continuity programs. They're monthly pay programs. So this is the 2009 continuity income. This is just a monthly estimate. So first, of course, the Master Coach Council. We've got about 30 people in Master Coach right now. I pull in about $1,500 a month from Master Coach. Coaching, about $5,000 a month from coaching still. Or we have a coaching division. We do about $5,000 a month in coaching business. We have mentoring also. I personally mentor some of the people on my team, some of the coaches on my team, and that's about $1,500 a month in revenue. So we've got about 21 people in coaching and mentoring combined. And then assessment revenue. This is one aspect of our company where we offer psychographic profiles to businesses and individual clients. And we have about 30 of those clients that we worked with in 2009. And we pull in about $500 a month from assessment revenue. So these are all monthly numbers that we pull in. And so the total estimated continuity income is $8,500 a month. Now you might be saying, well, wait a second, Jeff, some of this doesn't come from the internet, does it? Does it all come from the internet? And to be fair to that argument, the coaching and assessment revenue, generally speaking, is not internet revenue. That's actually comes in from partners and from networking and from kind of the old school stuff. So I'll just take that out of the equation just to be fair to what we do with the machine itself. So total internet continuity income is about $3,000 a month. So when you add the $3,000 a month to the launches, we're talking about almost a 6-figure revenue stream just from the internet in 2009. Of course, we had other revenue streams as well, so we definitely did over 6 figures in revenue in 2009, no doubt about that. But the point I was trying to make with this is that the internet was the majority of that, and it was my first year, really my first full year doing it, and it was not only consistent monthly income, continuity income, but also big lump sums that came from launches that we actually did as well. So hopefully that gives you an idea of the results that you can expect. There's nothing special about me. You know, I have certain skills, but you know, you have skills that I don't have. So you bring those to the table on the internet, and you're going to see some amazing results. So okay, let's get to viewing the machine. So the machine really starts with one thing, and it also, I would even put it this way, that it's like the beginning and the end of the machine. The whole purpose of the machine, the central focus of the machine, the whole idea of having this internet coaching client machine is this little thing that we call the list. The list is what it's all about. And what I mean by this is that you have a list of prospective clients. Now, of course, we all have lists of people we know. Most of us have like Outlook or some kind of database or black book of contacts. But that's not exactly what I'm talking about in terms of this list. This list is a list that's held in an internet database. It's held in what people call an autoresponder or a list server database. Call it what you will, but it's really this list is managed on the internet, and the purpose of it is to communicate with people on the internet. And this list and building this list is the whole point of having this machine in the first place. If there's another point other than just getting clients from this, this is the point. Because this list, and the bigger this list is, the more likely you are to get coaching clients. So this list could be an Aweber account. If you go to aweber.com, it could be one shopping cart. It could be Constant Contact. It could be Infusionsoft if you really want to spend some money and have a really fancy database. But all of these are just database programs that you can use, which will house your list for you. And people will actually opt in onto these lists on the internet. So again, why do we want this list, and why is this list so important? Well, because we can actually communicate and offer things to this list, and that will actually result in sales ultimately. If you have a small list, it'll probably make a few small sales. If you have a big list, that means that you're going to produce some big sales. So the bigger the list, the more sales you'll produce. And isn't that what we're trying to work on in our coaching businesses? Isn't that what we're trying to produce, is somebody to actually buy our coaching, right? So the size of your list will dramatically affect the amount of sales that you actually make in your coaching business. And that's why this list is really the center of the Internet Coaching Client Machine universe. And by the way, after you get sales, you're going to create partnerships from some of those individuals, repeat business, referral business. You'll get team members as a result. Really, almost everything you ever wanted comes from having a great list of people that love what you do. It's like they get convinced that what you do is really valuable and it's quality, and they want to support you in continuing to do it because they benefit from it, and so they become a repeat client. They become someone who refers other people to you because they want you to be successful. They become team members because they want to work closer with you. They become your partner because they want to figure out what you're doing and contribute in some way, and they want to join forces. All this stuff comes from this list, which comes from sales and comes from people that are kind of checking you out of the internet. I remember last year there was a gentleman who he's a stage hypnotist, and he's very, very well known. He's been on all the major talk shows, and if I mention his name, you'd probably know who he is. And he just happened to be on my list for whatever reason. And he called me up one day and said, "Hey, I would like you to train all of my clients that I have around the world in how to coach. We had somebody that was doing that before, but they moved on, and I've been watching you for a while." I'm quoting. That's exactly what he said. He said, "I've been watching you for a while, and I want to work with you." So that's a partner that came from this list. So you'll get all sorts of cool things. Now, I'm not saying you don't have to do other things. I mean, obviously, there's going to be some times when you just go ahead and call a partner up, or you're proactive with it. But a lot of this is going to happen just as a result of having this list. Okay, let's take a break here. I'd like to invite you to go to coachestrainingblog.com, and once you put in your name and email address, you'll be taken to the blog where you can watch the rest of this video. And if you're interested in growing your coaching business and learning the specific plans on how I grew my business to over $30,000 a month, I know you'll want to watch the other free videos. And as you can imagine, there are a lot of other techniques we use beyond this one, and the other videos contain some of the higher level principles that will allow you to impact globally as a highly paid coach. You'll also be notified as I post new additions to our free digital video training library, along with case studies of coaches who went through our coaches training no more than a year ago and are now making $128,000 per year and beyond using our Coaching Quick Start system. So again, simply go to coachestrainingblog.com and opt in to see the conclusion of this video. I'll talk to you again soon. Please share this with others, or even rate this video if you liked it. Even if you didn't, please share any questions you have in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think.